Marc McDowell has completed 4 frames. He's in the lead right now by only 3 pins. A lot of game left yet. Doug Kent can come back, and we'll be back after this. Doug Kent, 4th frame, lane 38, trailing by only 3 pins.
It's time to get something started. And Doug's sitting down there thinking, I've got to trust the shot more. And there, that's exactly what he did. He made a great shot there. We're going to take another look at that shot, and what he did was open up the lane, kind of like you were talking about, Mike. Watch him turn the shoulders to the right, throw the ball to the right, give it lots of room, and you saw the tremendous loft. And the ball doesn't pick up the roll until it's 50 feet down, and that's how he kept it in the pocket area.
It's still almost rolled out right there at the end. This is the lane, though. This left lane is the one giving both players trouble. Oh, well.
Now we see, you know, that sometimes that little commercial break can be a godsend. You sit there and you're thinking, and you have time to think. You don't have to worry about what's going on right now immediately. And there's another look at the shot on lane 37 from Doug Kent, and that great reaction. He is really throwing as hard as he can throw. There's no question.
Looked like he moved a little deeper there too. I mean, but.
And he's got the adrenaline going. They're both pumped up now, and you know, this is the first turn of the year. Everybody wants to start well.
Oh, maybe they're just a little nervous here to start out with. Marc McDowell gets his first strike in the 5th frame.
Marc, a 5-time champion, and as I mentioned, he's been player of the year before, and he's been very successful. Now he's back, feels he's kind of content and at peace with himself, staying at home more with his family.
92 was his big year. He won the Tournament of Champions that year, player of the year.
Player of the year. Actually, bowler of the year. Player of the year went to, what's his name from New York? You know who I'm talking about. Throws it very hard. Good play, great player. He's probably sitting at home watching, saying, "You don't remember my name,
Oh, the light wall shot there.
Little tickler. Now the excitement's building a little bit now. We're getting going, getting into it.
Hit him thin and watch him spin is what Billy Whalen used to say.
That's it. There it is. The head pin does all the damage. Comes back and takes out the whole left side of the lane. Jumping for joy.
Takes the lead back again by 3 pins.
Airborne.
Wow, he threw that one nice, didn't he?
Yes, he did. All of a sudden, they got it going.
And
now, I don't know if that's, as we get a look at
that's Jacob.
Yeah.
That's Jacob holding his hand up there, and Tracy right be holding Jacob. Jacob is just his face is just a young Doug.
Is that right?
Yes.
Well, he's got more hair than Dad, I'll bet.
7th frame. Oh, Doug Kent, 4 in a row. Well, Doug Kent did come back. He's taking a 17-pin lead right now as we see his 4th strike in a row. Still time, though, for Marc McDowell to come back. Stay tuned. Now, can Marc McDowell answer the challenge? He's up in the 7th frame, trailing by 17. Oh. Wow, he couldn't throw it any better in the solid 8.
You know, the last time we saw a solid 8, it cost a man a tournament. Remember when Randy Peterson threw it solid in the pocket?
How could I forget that? Yes. I mean,
that pin seems to create a lot of anguish.
That was at the end of the opening of our show tonight.
Covers the
Marc
spare.
McDowell. We talked to him about if he wins tonight, if it'll change his plans.
No, it's not. I've made up my mind. I'm very content with my situation now. This is exactly how I wanted things to go. I couldn't be happier with the result this week, and I'm just enjoying my time at home, and it's made me a lot calmer out here bowling.
Earl and I were talking earlier. Marc McDowell was bowler of the year in 1992, and player of the year that year was Dave Ferraro.
That's right. You win the prize. You win the prize, Mike.
What is it? What is
the difference between those 2 awards, in case you're sitting at home wondering why there's a difference? Well, the bowling writers vote on one award, and that's the bowler of the year. And the players themselves, the PBA members, vote on the other, and that's the player of the year. So there are 2 awards given out each year, one bowler of the year and one player of the year, and they split that year. It
most
happened
of the time
before.
it's the same. But
most of the time it's the same, but it was such a close race that year that it went one way from the bowling writers and the other way from the players.
Boy, that solid 8 took all the wind out of his sail, didn't it?
Yeah, but it's not over by a long ways. Still a lot of frames to play here. It's coming down to the crucial frames, the 8th, 9th, and 10th. And Doug Kent on 4 in a row definitely would like to get this one and really put the pressure on McDowell.
Leading by 21, 8th frame.
Boy, is he throwing it hard.
Oh, man. I talked to him earlier and asked him if he was getting impatient to win.
I'm sure I'm impatient to win, but I tell you what, my luck on TV has really been not that good, and it's got to change sooner or later. It's just if you go to the bank so many times, they got to pay you.
I like the way he put that.
Yeah, that's it. Okay.
Well, he's banking it right in there right now.
He's got a tough road to go today, though. He's not only got to get by a former player of the year in Marc McDowell, but he's got all-time leading money winner coming up next, and then they don't get any easier with Wayne Webb, another bowler of the year, Hall of Famer, and of course Bob Learn Jr., who has never lost from the top seed.
Interesting. Pete Weber coming on next. Our all-time leading money winner has never been player of the year or bowler of the year, has he?
And that's what he told me. He says, you know, that's my plan this year. I am going to be bowler of the year. That's what he said. And you got to admire a man that's confident. Lofty goals. You got to have those. Tough spare. An important spare.
Second time he's made it in the first frame too, or in the second frame.
Well, McDowell is still possibility of shooting 210. Doug Kent going at a 219 pace, still in the wood. If he can strike out, Doug Kent would have to mark in the 10th. He needs 3 in a row.
Foundation frame right here. Just a little soft with that speed.
Yeah, he looked like something bothered him. I don't know what it would have been, but he didn't really go through that shot, and he came back looking around. We'll take another look at the shot. He just kind of gets, as you mentioned, he gets kind of almost quits on this shot, doesn't really get through it firmly, and his reaction, which was a little off camera right now, was to kind of look around. What happened?
Well, he has the 4-7, but that's little consolation. His best he can get now is 198 if he strikes it out, and Doug Kent just has to kind of show up for the 10th frame.
Yep, Doug Kent will win this first match, and as we mentioned, waiting in the wings is the guy that's got all the money. When you talk about going to the bank,
$1,700,000, huh?
that's not a bad little career. I'll feel better right now. He'd like to get a double before this is over.
That makes him feel a little better.
A little better, yeah. Our statistician today is a guy that seems to always get a check, but can't quite win enough games to make the telecast. Phil Ringener is up there keeping score for us again, and he always does a great job.
And he bowled 300 this week.
Yeah, well, you know, he just likes to show off.
Well, Marc McDowell trying to disprove Shakespeare that all that ends well is well. Finishes with 197. Doug Kent trying to keep the stroke for game number 2. Pete Weber over at the side blowing on his hands. It seems chilly in this building. I'm shivering. I don't know about you.
Yes. Well,
boy, you lose concentration just an iota, and it's through the nose.
Yeah, and it's fortunate that he really didn't need a mark here, because this isn't an easy spare. Right now, there's no shot out there that either player ever really got comfortable with. Doug just overpowered the lanes for that stretch of 5 in a row in the middle of the game, and that was the difference in the match. He was capable of throwing it hard enough to keep it in play.
Has to spare. Does he do any experimenting on the fill ball here?
Well, I'm sure he will. Wouldn't you? I think I definitely would. I'd get down there and try to find something that I was a little more comfortable with, that I didn't have to put my shoulder out of socket every time I threw the ball. See if he tries a different release, different angle, or what he's doing here. Looks like he went around it more, gave it more room, and it just stayed out there.
Well, that's not the answer right there. McDowell shakes his hand. He finishes 5th, takes home $4,000.